Hola, buenos días.
Buenas tardes, buenas noches.
Welcome to
Cafecito and Crime. This is Estella.
And this is Barb. Go and grab your cafecito and let's get started.
I grabbed somebody else's cafecito this morning.
Dude, I thought you weren't going to tell anybody. I really did. I was like, she's not going to say nothing on the pod because of the fact that...
I feel
can
so
we call
bad.
it pod? Can we call it pod now?
Yeah, on the pod.
On the pod. So...
En la pod.
En la pod.
I went to Starbucks. Oh, okay. So I went to Starbucks and I ordered. Well, yeah, I ordered. So I always get off to pick up my drinks at the counter or whatever.
Because she's not lazy.
Yeah. And like it's faster. Because at Starbucks, dude, siempre está hasta la madre.
Hasta la madre.
And la línea se pone to the street. I'm like, get out of my way.
No, for real. It gets crazy. I know that some of the other Starbucks están like igual ahorita because everybody's trying to get like coffee and stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, if you're just coffee when it's cold outside, I'm gonna need you to leave because we need to drink coffee all the time.
Yeah. Well, you can get, what if you get an iced coffee? Anyway, that's not the point. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Her ADD started fucking up.
I walked in and, I was looking at yours and Alex's and they had my name. So they were all like grouped together. I saw 4 grouped together and I looked at the bigger ones, you guys's, and I was like, okay, so Estella. And then my nieces.
Because I'm venti. So.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, so all these 4, there were 4 together. I grabbed a little to-go tray, plopped them on there, and then I ordered my niece a short. When have I ever ordered a short for anybody?
It's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah,
it's so
she
cute.
wanted a tall. I was like, bro, I failed you. She thought I didn't get her one at all. I'm like, no, just come see. And then
she was like, it's okay.
And she's like, it's okay. I was like, your mom said you don't need this much sugar in the morning anyway. So.
Yeah.
Y luego I got here and then gave you guys the coffees, and then I was like,
wait, this doesn't sound right.
I was like, this is a grande. I got a tall.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? And then I looked, I'm like, Veronica. I'm like,
La Veronica no tiene café. So Veronica, if you're out there
I'm sorry.
And you had a Starbucks order this morning, Estela took it.
I'm sorry. It's
Maybe
good though.
one of our 3 fucking, ¿cómo se llaman? Listeners is Veronica.
Dude,
and we're sorry
I feel
about
bad.
that.
But if I was going to take somebody to Starbucks, I'm glad it was Veronica.
She had like low fat, all this shit. And we talked to my sister Vanessa this morning. She was like, you guys are ridiculous with all that low fat shit. I'm like, bro, if it isn't perfect, like you have to have it como te gusta. Si no, pues para qué pinches,
Yeah. Sorry. But that happened this morning.
And then I dripped my coffee all over the
And then you started drinking Alex's
and then
coffee.
I started drinking Alex's coffee and I put my sugar-free caramel and his sugar-free shit. Yeah. So anyway, but we got it together now.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today, sister?
Okay, so today's case it's like a novela.
Stop.
Yeah.
Pinches amigas rivales?
No, pinche like
Not trademark.
Otra novela. Not about amigas y rivales. Like real hardcore, like just very
like La Usurpadora, maybe?
Yeah. Kinda like usurpadora vibes.
Dude, usurpadora vibes. Do y'all remember that shit?
Dos mujeres, un camino.
Dos mujeres, un fucking camino was the shit.
Yeah.
With esta,
Laura
León, and she would the song was the shit, dude. And the thing is, it was crazy because, I don't know if y'all know, but Eric Estrada, he really didn't speak a lot of Spanish. So batallaba el güey, Now you wouldn't put somebody like that. But was he like famous or that's why they put him on there? He wasn't like Vicente Fernandez or anything. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah.
Hardcore, yes. So today's case happens kind of like between 2 cities. So it's between Ontario and Anaheim, California.
Ontario.
So I decided to do the fun fact about Anaheim because había más for Anaheim than Ontario. That wasn't like very like history.
Well, yeah, pero es que California, we do it all the time.
I know. Sorry, we went back to Cali.
Yeah, Cali. Okay, never mind.
And so there was like a whole bunch of little ones for Anaheim. So I'm just going to give you a shit ton of, not a shit ton, but.
Is that where the pepper Anaheim come from?
I've never heard of Anaheim pepper.
Okay.
But that's where Disneyland is at. It's in Anaheim, California. So it's known for Disneyland. And it's the home to Disneyland. And it was also the home of Gwen Stefani.
Not to be confused with
Paul Stefani from the Weepy Voice Killer.
Yes, no, not that guy.
No, not that guy.
But
Just
this is
Gwen Stefani from No Doubt.
Like
married to Blake Shelton nowadays.
Yeah, and I can't get over that. Sorry.
And also Steven Hillenburg, which he was creator of SpongeBob. R.I.P. May he R.I.P. because...
Dude, this morning, speaking of SpongeBob, I was watching this video on, I don't know where, I'll be randomly watching shit. And they have like a lost episode and it's really creepy. But I don't think that he was alive for that anymore. Like,
he passed away in 2018.
So I think that by the time that they were making, they were like a lost
did you know, I think
video or
I've
something?
had like, I read this thing that said that initially SpongeBob was meant to be like an Adult Swim type of cartoon character. Like cartoon.
You could get
tell
that vibe.
It has some type of a fucking Pearl and Mr. Krabs and
it's weird.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but old school SpongeBob was the shit.
Dude, the shit. I had SpongeBob cortinas, bro.
Did you
I was
really?
in high school. Yes, I sure did. So I was in high school and I shared a room with two of my sisters, right? I know that my best friend Heidi, I don't know if she listens, but if she does, hey girl. So we were in high school and SpongeBob was the shit. Right? So it just came out.
Yeah, this is like 1999, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, me compré las pinches cortinas. Yeah, they were cute. They were blue.
So also the name Anaheim is composed of the name Anna, obviously, which refers to the Santa Ana River. And Heim is the German word for home.
Oh, Anna's home.
I was like, oh, cute. And now you can say that you got a German language lesson. So you can say...
It's like your bestie, Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
I know she listens to us.
Yeah. But hi. So cuando llegue a tu casa or cuando I just pop up here like I usually do and you see me walk through the door, you just want to be like, hey, welcome to my Heim. Right? Welcome to my home. There you go. I expect those words out of your mouth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let's move it up.
You're welcome. So let's start in this case, but I kind of wanted to say that this case talks or mentions rape a lot. So just like a little trigger warning and killing babies and all this other stuff. So,
well, yeah.
So Michelle Suzanne Hadley was born on December 20th of 1986.
Oh, that's my dad's birthday.
Really?
Yeah. So, and she was almost my age. I'm older than her a little bit. So she's 36.
Yeah, but you're from April. She's from December.
Yeah. So, and then, So what does that make her? A Capricorn?
Yeah. Christina's a Capricorn.
Yeah. That's nice. I like Capricorns. They're cute.
In Ontario, California, which is less than an hour outside of Los Angeles. So like a 45-minute drive.
Okay.
Two parents, Michael and Suzanne Hadley. Besides Michelle, the couple had another daughter, Rebecca, who was 3 years younger. And the girls grew up in like a religious, very conservative home. They had like a normal upbringing y toda la cosa. In school, Michelle excelled. She was a hard worker, intelligent, and she ran cross country. She had her little boyfriend, así toda la cosa, and she was all described. She was overall described as a goody two shoes, and she said it herself. You know, she was just
can't relate.
Yeah. She had a scholarship to Dickinson College in Pennsylvania. So after graduating high school, she packed her bags and moved east. And then she graduated from college in 2009. And she married her high school boyfriend when she was 22 and later divorced him 4 years later. So she was 26 when she divorced him.
Young. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So freshly divorced, Michelle wanted to, get back out there, and she got on a dating site, I believe. It was through the dating site that she met Ian Diaz in August of 2013. And he was Ian was 35, Michelle was 26, and he was a U.S. Marshal.
I want to say something now that you're saying that. It's so sad that dating websites have gone that bad. Like, it was a good thing for a while when people were like, oh, I met my, what if there was no bad people on there?
But dating websites to a dating app, they're different, right?
Sí, pero eso está a
2013.
A little bit earlier. But now, I'm just saying, I wish it would have worked, because you imagine how many people. I think
some people still, it's not often, but I hear of people that need their significant other. Oh yeah, especially with everything that we read and stuff, it's scary.
I've been reading a lot about a case, and it's scary. It's scary. I'm like, fuck, man. I wish it would actually work out.
You can't have nothing.
You can't have nothing. I can never be nothing. But I just wish it would work out, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that would benefit, or that would be like, how cool would that be?
Yeah. That go on there for the right reasons. And
then you go on there and then you're like, oh, I met this guy.
Whether you just want to, don't they have that app if you want to meet friends in new cities and stuff?
I saw that they have that. I think I read a case on that one as well. But what I'm saying is, imagine, that would be so cool if you can actually meet somebody from another state or another country or something.
Well, it would be cool that if everybody on those sites were there for like
we're nice,
we're good for good reasons, you know, not like trying to find somebody to murder and shit.
Probably not gonna ever happen. Pero lo que yo digo es que como like that would be so cool.
Yeah,
like if everybody was just nice to each other. Thank you.
So, like I said, Ian was 35 and he was a U.S. Marshal. So they met up for coffee. I think it was the Starbucks because Michelle was into coffee. Like she was. Like, I'm sure it was
a Starbucks. Yeah.
And they hit it off. Things got pretty intense really fast. That Ian told Michelle that he loved her on their second date.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, did he mean it? Okay, I'm not gonna ask anymore. Okay, yeah.
And she said that things felt like really natural with him. She didn't have to try to not, she was herself. Yeah. And he liked that. And
not only that, but she had been in a relationship.
Right.
And so like when you go to a new relationship, you see that other person as what that other person wasn't doing.
Right,
you know?
right. And she said that he was 35. He was older than her. And para ella, that made it seem like he wasn't playing any games. Like he knew what he wanted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he was older. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So
they started dating immediately. They moved in together in the spring of 2014.
Rising eyebrows right now.
And it was at this point that Ian started to show some red flags. You know?
Porque it never happened. It never fails. It never fails.
So he started to become very controlling.
Ay, la madre.
Le decía a Michelle that she needed to start dressing more provocatively.
What? Instead of the other way around?
Yeah. Y le decía that que se pusiera crop tops. Y que se fuera a get her belly button pierced.
What?
Y que se pusiera acrylics. Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Okay.
Like, first of all, fuck you.
First of all, you don't tell me what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Second of all.
Because, I mean, by this point, Ian knew how Michelle was. Like I said, she was very reserved. You know, she was just very, like...
Goody two-shoes, like you said.
And she didn't dress that way. Mm-hmm. So she, you know, and now there's nothing wrong with crop tops and shit. Everything's a crop top nowadays. And, like, belly pierce.
I am so down for the cute little girls with the little young ladies with the crop tops. Not here, though.
But it's because sometimes I'm like, dude, why is everything a crop top?
Everything is a crop top.
Or a bodysuit. Can I just have a regular shirt?
Everything. Si voy al pinche Ross, todas las pinches camisas, I'm like, where the fuck is it? I'm not paying $8.99 for this. If I'm going to pay $4, bitch.
And crop tops are like $20, $30, $40. Yeah, well,
I'm like... I mean, at my stores that I go to, but yo no tengo dinero. Pero what I'm saying is, like... Bitch, like, can you make the rest of the shirt? Like, I'm not paying for fucking...
And then I'll pay full price if you want me to.
Like, bitch, I'm paying $4 for this motherfucker. Y luego, like, literally for us que tienen mom bellies, like acá abajo, you literally look like fucking... like you're pregnant. It's ridiculous. Okay. It's ridiculous. Porque te pones el pantalón acá arriba. I know that there's a mom out there that's listening that understands me. Or even not a mom, just somebody that's plus size or that's a little bit on the... We don't even have to be just bigger. If you're not a stick, no se te ven bien.
No. I disagree.
I'm lying. There's some girls that really do look good with them.
I think they look good.
Can dress it really good. Pero nada más yo no puedo, güey.
I just feel you're like being too hard on yourself.
We'll talk about that later.
So besides telling her how she should dress and stuff.
Which don't ever let nobody tell you what to do.
Yep. Ian también pressured Michelle to take a $20,000 pay cut by accepting a marketing position at Disneyland Resort, where he had previously worked himself.
So he's telling her where to work now?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
And I'm sure at the time, like as he was telling her these things, like he probably played it off or maybe even said it in a way where... You know, it didn't seem like he was trying to be controlling. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like we said, you know, she had only been in one relationship before this, and now she had met this man.
She was trying to make it work, basically.
Yeah, she was trying to make it work, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And it was, like I said, it was a fairly new relationship, and she wanted to keep him happy. So
dude, oh my God.
She ended up working at Disney, and she took the
$20,000 pay cut
from her previous...
In 2013. That's a big-ass pay
2014.
Cut. 2014, excuse me. So that's a big-ass pay cut.
También, he needed to know at all times donde estaba, and he would call her constantly. Constantly.
Let's take a quick break.
Persons of Interest is back, and it's bigger than ever.
That scream will echo in my head for many years.
Taser, taser, taser! He's gonna shoot!
Oi! Shot fired! Shots fired, shots fired.
He had the perfect aim.
I am absolutely stressed at that point. I have no idea where my officers are.
Persons of Interest available everywhere you get your podcasts.
This is ridiculous, but whatever. I mean, everybody thinks differently.
Yeah. In December 2014, Ian took Michelle to New York City for her birthday, because remember, her birthday's on December 20th.
That's what they usually do when they're narcissists. They do something nice for you, and then they're like, look, I took you to New York for your birthday.
He wined and dined her and asked her to marry him at the Rockefeller Center, and she said yes.
No mames, ¿por qué se va a casar?
She was super excited, dude. She was excited.
So maybe in her head he wasn't doing any.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, a lo mejor you're right. Okay, I'm so sorry.
She really thought that they were meant to be. She was like, it was just like everything was just super intense. Like it was like a whirlwind romance. That's what
guys,
she called it.
Guys.
Yeah. So Ian for months also kept asking Michelle to have sex with other men while he watched.
No mames.
It was a fantasy of his. I guess that was like his kink. Michelle would tell him no repeatedly.
It's because that's not a kink. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's gross. Let's go there. That's not okay. That's disgusting.
I mean, if you guys are into that kind of, that's, as long as you guys are consenting adults and you guys are into that.
If this is, yeah, pero a lot of the times.
Si te está diciendo que no.
está diciendo que no, I mean, no es no.
Yeah.
You just said she's told him repeatedly no. Y no entiende el hombre. Like, what the fuck?
He really didn't. And it got to a point where Michelle told him that she was going to break up with him if he wouldn't stop asking her to do that. And que le dijo, hey, you need to stop. You need to drop it. Y que le dijo, este güey, le dijo, he told her that she was overreacting.
Oh, okay.
And that it wasn't even that big of a deal.
Oh, it wasn't a big deal. Okay. Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
So he kept on asking and asking and asking and asking. And on Valentine's Day 2015, she gave in.
No.
And Michelle at the time, it said that she was really sick. So she was taking like over-the-counter cough medicine. And I bet she just felt so shitty que nada más para callarle la boca. He was just like...
dude, but that's not a thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's not okay if it goes against what you believe in and stuff.
Especially for trying to make somebody else happy, and that's not something that you want.
And dude, if everybody that's out there that loves doing that kind of kinky shit, bro, I'm so happy for you.
But you guys are all in agreement, right?
But right here, we're talking about a person that was not in agreement with that. She did not want to do it, and she had told this person multiple times no, and he just
kept on going.
Yeah. And just to make him happy, like.
Yeah. So it is believed that Ian found a stranger on Craigslist.
Ew.
To come and have sex with Michelle. He set up a camera.
What does Michelle look like? Is she beautiful?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Oh, Michelle, what is her last name you said?
Hadley.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Pobrecita.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, guys. She has like dark hair. Well, we're going to post pictures of her, but still, this is pobrecita. Like, I can't imagine. Not that makes a difference, but I'm just saying anybody, you shouldn't do that. But I'm just saying, like.
If you keep on saying no, and they said, don't let anybody pressure you into, So he set up a camera in the bedroom.
Oh my God.
Yes, because he was going to record it, and gave Michelle 3 shots of whiskey. It was fucking Fireball, bitch. That's fucking nasty. To help her relax.
Don't remind me of Fireball, because I know. You know who likes Fireball? Martha, my coworker Martha. She loves the taste of Fireball. I'm like, but she's an older lady, so maybe that's...
But it's cinnamon. Like, I get it.
Dude, but now when you're fucked up and, I know, nomás de acordarme se me quiere regresar. Oh, yeah, no, I got drunk a few times with that shit. Okay, anyway. So, my brother-in-law loves Fireball, too. He likes the taste. My brother-in-law.
I mean, I can see the appeal, but I personally don't care for whiskey, so, you know.
My best friend, her husband loves that. I was with my compadre. But me... Tequila, bro. Tequila. Down. Yeah. But that's the thing. Maybe other people don't like tequila.
Yeah, right. You know? Or whatever,
Whatever.
So Ian se salió del cuarto, but was still watching through the camera that he'd set up.
I was about to say, I thought he was going to watch.
He was watching through a camera because he set up a camera in the bedroom.
Oh, my God. This random ass guy.
Yes.
Oh, qué cochino.
So the next day, Michelle just felt super shitty about the whole thing. She just regretted it immensely and told Ian to please delete the video. Ian le dijo, allegedly, well, no one put a gun to your head. Todo pinche pendejo.
Desgraciado.
Stupid ass. Fuck face.
First of all, like, there's no first of all. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
For her. Like, I imagine how she feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in early 2015, todavía, the couple, since they were going to get married, I believe the wedding was scheduled for 2016. So in 2015, they bought a condo together. They bought into a condo because it was still being built. It was $459,000.
Wow. Okay.
Michelle gave the whole down payment of $14,000, but the mortgage was in both of their names.
It just doesn't sound like it's going to head the right way.
They moved in June, cuando they were finished being constructed. It was super close to Disney. Literally, it is said that you could see the fireworks from the rooftop, from where they lived.
That must have been beautiful.
Yeah. Super nice.
And I imagine que ha de haber estado bien caro.
Well, yeah. I mean, fucking
California.
$500,000.
Yeah.
You could buy a mansion here for that.
Bitch, with $500,000? Nah, not anymore, Stella.
No, not anymore.
A bigger house.
A bigger home.
Yeah.
With land.
With land. But not here, $500,000 ain't can take you nowhere anymore. So don't come to Houston.
Yeah, don't come to Houston.
Traffic
to
is
Texas.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So after they moved in, Ian's behavior turned even more abusive and more controlling than before. They just would fight all the time, dude. He like get in her face and would go like on angry rants for like fucking hours. And during one of those fights, they were driving on the freeway. Y this fucker pulled over y told Michelle que se bajara del carro. Y Michelle dijo que no. And then in another instance, when Michelle had enough, she was like, bro, I'm fucking done with you, breaking up. He threw her down on the bed and just wouldn't get off of her. And she was like screaming and clawing at him to get him off of her.
Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm sorry. But a lot of the times people that are abused in that way, like by narcissists, usually they do not hit you. So that way they'll be like, why? Like he said, I didn't put a gun to your head. Like they don't hit you. It's all up here, like mental shit. Like they fuck with you so much to push you, and then they make you feel like
it was your fault.
It was your fault, and that's just a narcissistic way of people doing. I've watched enough Red Table Talk. By the way, if Red Table Talk ever hears this, oh my god, I love you.
So it had dawned on Michelle that she needed to get out of the relationship immediately.
I was about to say they didn't get married, right?
No.
Okay.
So 2 months later, after moving into the condo, remember they moved in June.
Yeah.
In August, they broke up for good.
Okay.
Ian made sure to get back the engagement ring.
What's your bullshit?
And still being a toxic asswipe, kept accusing of Michelle of cheating and that's why they were breaking up.
Sounds like somebody I know.
And in my head, I was like, bro, just cállate que me desesperas. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, take your fucking ring, shut your mouth, and just go.
Yeah, I mean, ya vete, ya se acabó. Pero no, it's because he's not going to let it go, right?
So Michelle packed up what she could, and
But she paid the down payment.
Exactly.
And the house was under her name. Pero
they
she
were
was
both
probably,
their names.
Pero, okay, and so she's probably like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. Right. I understand her.
Yeah, so she packed what she could into her car, and she drove to her parents.
I get that.
And asked if she could stay there, because she had nowhere else to go, and everything was tied up with the condo, financially and stuff. They, of course, told her yes, and Ian stayed at the condo. Now, with the relationship...
Sí, porque el señor, ¿cómo se va a mudar él?
Yeah.
He's comfortable.
While the relationship was done, they still had the condo to deal with, and things got nasty.
Damn it.
They tried to come to an agreement on their own, but couldn't. Everything would just end up in an argument, especially, they go, back and forth through email, just major shit talking. So they had to end up getting lawyers, los dos. But they would still communicate over email, but they still couldn't come to some sort of agreement.
Get it? Okay.
There was an email that Michelle sent to Ian that was very odd, very weird.
Okay.
And it talked about God and was very biblical and had a lot of biblical references and
she
stuff
probably
like that.
tried to go the God way.
Well, she grew up in a religious home.
No, but I'm just saying, she had already tried all the ways, so she was like, let me see if I hit him with this, maybe.
Let me read you a couple of excerpts. Now, these are not in any type of order or anything like that, but this is just kind of what it said. It said, you know exactly, and I quote, you know exactly how God, the word of God, and the spirits of God are involved with the condo. We both do. Tomorrow is the 12th day, and 12 is a good number for me. There are no contradictions in the word of God, only an attempt to make peace. You have refused my offer to make peace. End quote. That was one. Another one says, and I quote, all contracts are made under God's authority. Again, we will appear before a court of law to have the deed to the condo, aka Earth, considered with all the fairness of God's law. End quote. And also another excerpt was, quote, please explain to your real estate attorney that God's law is above all laws, including the law of man. Lilith, you may try to hide behind the law of men, but it is weak shield that will bend and crack against the sword of God. You know my Father's vengeance will be strong and swift and just. Prepare yourself and prepare your armies. Your Antichrist has been revealed, and the truth of the word of God is apparent to all who believe. End quote.
Okay. So that sounds like cultish. That doesn't sound like Christian.
And they say that apparently Lilith is like a
Lilith is
like a demon or something
Yeah,
like
Lilith
that.
is a demon because I remember that video that I told you that I watched about that the those people that say that their house was haunted, and then that the guy would ask Alexa, who are you? And Alexa would say Lilith.
Oh,
that's
shit.
how when you said that, I'm like, I know who that is.
So
thanks to YouTube or not YouTube, TikTok.
So apparently, like, some emails, there was like a couple of emails like that. So Ian kind of freaked out. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's crazy. Leave her alone. Yeah. Like, bitch, yeah.
So Ian feared for his safety. Because I think he had sent those emails to one of his U.S. Marshal friends and that they advised him to get like a restraining order against her.
No, bitch, aguante ese cabrón. You want beef? Órale.
So he filed for a restraining order in September.
Of course he did, because he's a fucking bitch.
In September of 2015. And he stated that Michaud was emotionally unstable and had a history of rage. That she had a history of rage.
Wow.
The restraining order was dismissed.
Yes, because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So finally, both parties, kind of towards the end of the year in 2015, they reached an agreement on what would be done with the condo. Mm-hmm. And they signed off on it, both Ian and Michaud. So decidieron que Ian would stay in the condo, but had 6 months to apply for his own mortgage because the lease was for a year. Mm-hmm. So
for him to have another, he needed to get a place, basically. Is what you're saying. Okay.
So he had 6 months to apply for his own mortgage. Mm-hmm. If the loan was denied, the condo would have to be sold, and then they would have to split it. So así quedaron.
Okay.
Michelle, she was like, "Dude, I felt free. I feel like I could finally start moving on with my life."
Did she ever explain those emails?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not really. There was a Dateline episode on this, and she's talking, and then the interviewer says that she didn't really want to go into the detail of those emails, but she says later that she felt like it was just such a buildup of everything that he had put her through.
Yeah,
like,
I can understand that. I can understand that.
But
like I said, it sounded a little bit culty, but at the same time, it sounded like...
I mean, she wasn't in the right headspace. I'm fucking tired of you. Yeah.
I'm tired of your bitch assness. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Diddy, for that. Fuck you. Yeah. You know, because I'm tired of your shit, and I'm gonna say this so that you can think I'm psycho. Yeah. That's exactly... I always tell my daughter that. When bullies are bullying you, when bullies bully you, if they think you're crazy, they're gonna leave you alone because they're like, oh shit, I'm not fucking with her, she's crazy.
I think I saw something like when you're like walking alone or something like that, for any reason you're like,
you start screaming like crazy
or start meowing or barking like my niece.
Okay, what, our niece? She really, like, I think...
She's the oldest. She's the oldest, funny.
But she's so hilarious because she does this shit, but with a serious face. Like, randomly, she'll start barking at the kids. And, like, she's 15. So, but I'm like, dude, you are hilarious. Or she'll start, like, meowing at them. Or, like, she'll start dancing, like, randomly.
She's funny.
She's hilarious. We love her.
They were saying, to start acting kind of like, so they think you're crazy. People won't fuck with you, you know?
They don't fuck with you. I tell Emma that all the time. I'm like, bro, if the kids at school, because I think they called her, they make fun of her because she has big feet or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm
assholes.
Like, bro, that's fine. And tell them, guess what? I'm going to put this foot up your fucking ass. And then, or I always tell her also as well, call your mom, but then she doesn't do that because she's scared of me.
So, like I said, Michelle felt free. She felt like she could move on and things were kind of settling, you know? Like
she was she felt like it was getting back to normal.
Yeah. So she had gotten like a little small apartment and she was going to school for her MBA. Mm-hmm. So I think she says she even started kind of like getting out there again, kind of starting to date again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dramatic. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah.
Ian had also moved on. He had met a woman named Angela Connell in January of 2016. And he married her a month later in February.
Of course he did, because that's what he needs to have control of somebody eventually.
Angela se fue a vivir con él to the condo.
Okay.
And things were good for the couple, apparently. And in May, Angela announced that she was pregnant.
Wow. Pregnant?
Yeah.
I don't think this asswipe needs kids. But whatever.
Now we're in June. So in June 1st of 2016, Angela, which is Ian's new wife, filed a petition for a restraining order against Michelle Hadley.
What?
And she stated that not only had Ian been getting weird emails, but that she was also getting them. And in the document, she stated the following. She said that on May 24th, she started to get emails on her LinkedIn messages from someone named Jason Ray.
Jason Ray. Okay.
Some emails would tell Angela that Ian was cheating on her, he was abusive and didn't know how to treat women, which is true, and that Ian didn't love her, and that Michelle was his one true love.
Wow. I mean, let's think about it in a like a overview. Like when you're that not messed up, but when you're that like mentally not disabled, but mentally fucked up, basically mentally ill. Like
people deal with things differently.
I would not be surprised if that was Angela. I'm sorry. I called her Angela, but her name is Michelle. I'm so sorry. So I was saying that when you're that mentally unstable, I would not be surprised if it was her.
You're lashing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, some of the emails, she's in court records show that some of the emails actually said, there are legends that Adam had a wife before Eve who was named Lilith.
Oh shit, not the Lilith again.
But this is not found in the Bible. The legends are very, very significantly, but they all essentially agree that Lilith left Adam because she did not want to submit to him. According to the legends, Lilith was an evil, wicked woman who committed adultery with Satan and produced a race of evil creatures, end quote.
Well, good for Lilith. You know what? More power to you, Lilith. You do that.
Another email that Angela received was with the subject titled, Die.
Oh, wow.
And it said, and I quote, I hope you are scared of death tomorrow. Be prepared.
Wow. Okay.
Don't sleep. Be watchful of the daughters of God. We will steal your child and we will watch it as it dies. He is using you for everything. Don't you see this? He is obsessed with me. I am his treasure princess. You are nothing. Watch her back tomorrow. End quote.
Yeah, I would have put a restraining order on her ass. Don't talk about my kids.
Now, that email was no longer from Jason Ray. Email was sent from Michelle Hadley. Like, that's what the email address was.
Like, she didn't give a fuck. She's like, I'm going to send this motherfucker.
And another email came in on May 31st. So this was the day before she filed for the restraining order because she filed it on June 1st.
Because she was tired of it.
So on May 31st, this email subject was, be warned.
Oh, my God.
Girl. Angela, you've lost. I'm going to end you. You will suffer. I will pray for you. And also they say that some of the emails actually, it's going to sound really horrible. So just, some of the emails were sent with graphic images attached. They were of like dead and decapitated bodies. And
I thought you said dead dick. I was like, what? Not a dead dick.
So, and aborted fetuses.
Oh, no.
Also women being kidnapped and raped.
No, ma'am. She took it to another level.
So I said.
But like I said, she was mentally unstable. I'm still trying to, I'm trying to give her the benefit, but I don't know, guys. It's not looking too good for Miss Michelle here.
And like I said, it was the next day that Angela went and filed the paperwork for the restraining order.
If we have mental problems, there's help out there. You could go and get some help.
Angela put in the paperwork. Miss Hadley had been emailing me for over a week, repeatedly, threatening my life, my marriage, my safety, and slandering my husband. Miss Hadley has used over 6 different email addresses to contact me.
Not 6.
Despite a request to cease communication. I am now fearful of leaving my home, have to delete my online presence, and I am incredibly emotionally distressed. I am fearful of being raped, attacked, killed. I've had to completely uproot my life, including missing work at a new job to squash the issue. The tone and tenor of this emails escalates, and there seems to no sign of stopping. So the restraining order was served to Michelle on June 6th, and she had to cease all communication with Angela and Ian immediately.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did that. I'm sorry. But
so when Michelle got the restraining order, she was flabbergasted.
No sabía que era. Oh, she didn't know what she was doing.
A detective called her and she told this detective, she was like, that she didn't do this. She was like, I don't even know who Angela is. Never met her. Didn't even know what she looked like.
Stop it right now.
But the same day.
Was it Patricia?
But the same day, Angela received another email saying, and I quote, "You will pay for this. I hope to God you are ready for the pain I will show you. burn in the fiery pits of hell tonight as by God's law. You will be hurt.
Fuck
end quote.
Is going on? No mames, wait. ¿Qué pinche pedo?
On June 13th of 2016, Angela contacted the Anaheim police again, telling them that a random man showed up to her and Ian's home, their condo. This man told her that Lilith had responded to an ad on Craigslist about women interested in participating in rape fantasies.
Wow.
One of the responses to the ad said, and I quote, "I have been dying to have a rape fantasy occur. If you can fulfill this tonight, please let me know. I am 30, tall, gorgeous, and ready. I have a Yorkie I walk every night. Come and find me." End quote.
That's creepy, bitch.
Another response.
Not Lilibeth. Lilith.
And another, because there was multiple ads that people were answering to.
So they were answering to her house. Let me get that straight. I'm confused.
Another response to the ad on Craigslist said, "If you are free tonight, come and find me. Force yourself into my house and take me down."
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So those responses would include Ian and Angela's home address. That's why those men would show up to the condo. And when they get there, they would just, send them away. But more men kept on showing up to the door.
What the fuck? Just showing up?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're ready to go.
Yeah. Apparently just fucking...
First of all, these men need to be arrested because I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a fucked up bitch, but bro, why are you answering to somebody's Craigslist post about...
And it's like a personal ad. You remember that section on Craigslist? Bitch. I don't know. I haven't been on Craigslist in a long time.
I've never been on Craigslist in my whole life. I can't even get Facebook fucking shit to work. So I don't know. My deal is you need to fucking go to jail, motherfucker.
On June 24th, Angela called the police again, telling them that a man had tried to rape her. And when the police showed up to her home, Angela was crying uncontrollably.
Pobrecita, man.
Tenía la camisa rompida, and she had like abrasions on her neck.
Because think about it. If somebody tells me, if these guys are coming in here to actually play out this thing. Fantasy.
And if
he was probably like, she's like, hey, no, I don't.
Like, catch me off guard.
That's or something. And so then if she's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
They're going to think she's just playing it
apart.
Out.
Yeah.
That is so fucking scary, dude.
To them, I mean, the police, they were like, well, there's only one person who can be doing this, right? Michelle Hadley.
But, yeah. I mean, I guess.
She had the restraining order.
She was using the emails. I mean, I think it's her. I thought it was her with the emails. Pero ya para poner Craigslist, like, that's some evil shit. And if you really think about it, and if she has any of her morals still, like, why would she do that?
That same night at 11:45 p.m. No.
I was like, do I have something?
No, it's just scratching my nose. The police went to, I think Michelle I was kind of confused on the timeline, but it said that Michelle had got an apartment, but they also say that Michelle was living with her parents, so I don't know where that kind of falls into place, but...
Maybe she had an apartment and her parents lived with her?
No, her parents had their home. Like I said, the same night that Angela called the Popo, the police went to Michelle's parents' home because she was there. And confiscated all her devices, tablet, computer, laptop, whatever, phone, and arrested her.
Oh.
Michelle spent the night in jail, and her parents...
And what was she saying, though?
We'll get there.
Okay, sorry.
And her parents bailed her out the next day. And Angela stated that while Michelle was in jail, no le llegaron ningún correo.
Oh, my God.
And that as soon as she was released, because remember, like I just said, she was bailed out the next day, le empezaron a llegar otra vez.
Bitch, what the
They were nonstop from June 25th, que Michelle salió de la cárcel, to July 13th. Email after email after email after just ads on Craigslist.
But how the fuck is that possible if the police has her shit?
But...
She could have used something else, her phone or something?
I mean, you can just go fucking go to library or some shit and use
I'm
your
just
computer.
saying, I don't know. In my mind, it's like, dude... Well, I wouldn't have thought that. That's how stupid I am, as we can tell.
And men still continue to show up to her door.
And where's her husband to defend her?
Yeah, well, that's why they would send those people away.
Oh, okay.
They would show up to have this fantasy realized, I guess.
All of them motherfuckers need to be in jail.
On July 13th, Angela called the police again.
No mames.
Telling them that there was someone hanging around her condo. And he looked suspicious. So llega la policía, right? And they talk to this person and discover that it was a 17-year-old that was there responding to the Craigslist ad.
He needs to go to jail.
First of all, mocoso, what are you doing?
First of all, go home and drink your milk, motherfucker. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Shouldn't you, like, it's summer, right? So they're not in school, pero, like, what do you do? Go play video games or some shit. Go play basketball. I don't know.
I don't know. Pinche jálatela al pinche wiwi, pero vete de aquí. Like, what the fuck are you doing answering to this shit, bro? I hope he got put in jail, hopefully. I mean, technically, all these guys are attempted rape. So, I mean, they have to go to jail, right? Tell me that they're going to jail.
I don't think so because they have a response from Angela, right? Or whoever this person is, telling them their home address, where to go.
Pero obviously, if I'm the cops and I'm like, okay.
Pero they get sent away, so they just leave. They don't actually, except for the one that actually tried to rape her and shit.
Yeah, and then the 17-year-old mocoso.
The one that tried to rape her got away.
Oh,
Dijo
my
Angela.
God. Not only that, but...
The police now got a warrant, and Michelle was arrested on July 14th. Again.
Okay.
She was taken to the Orange...
Oregon. Oh, wow.
She was taken to the Orange County Central Women's Jail, and she was placed in the high security unit because she was accused of sex crimes.
Oh, my God. And what is she saying throughout this? I need you to tell me because you're not telling me.
She's saying that she didn't do it.
Oh, that she didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was then charged with stalking.
Oh, my God.
Stalking with a restraining order, criminal threats, 6 counts of attempted rape, 3 counts of a secondary offense committed.
So they're blaming her for the rape, even though she didn't show up. Those other guys.
Because they think she's the one sending these people.
I get. Okay.
3 counts of the secondary offense committed while released from custody, and assault with intent to commit sexual offense during the commission of a first-degree burglary. So all of these were felonies, and her bail was set at $1 million.
Wow.
And she could face up to life in prison.
Wow. That's some shit.
The Anaheim Police Department and the Orange County District Attorney's Office were investigating Michelle. Mm-hmm. They had all these emails that seemed like she was the one sending Angela. She was the one sending them to Angela. And on top of that, the whole ads on Craigslist, that they were linked to Michelle's personal email address. So they were trying to link all of these addresses to Michelle's devices, right? Mm-hmm. Which she never got back. You know, she kept them. They kept them, I'm sorry. So obviously somebody was targeting Angela, right?
Yeah.
And it all pointed to Michelle based on what, you know.
So were they not getting any once she was in jail again? Like they stopped?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah,
they didn't say that, yeah.
Okay.
Now, Michelle's parents stood by their daughter and they were like, this is not the type of person that she is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have any of the morals that, I mean, I'm not saying she's been through a lot, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, even at that, like, bro.
And they believed her when she was telling them that it wasn't her. So Michael and Suzanne told Michelle that they had the money to either bail her out, it would be $100,000.
Oh, shit.
Or hire a good lawyer, but that they couldn't do both. Y Michelle les dijo, you know, I'll sit in jail. Just make sure that you can find a good lawyer so that I can get out of here for good, you know?
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could sit in jail.
But you rather get out of jail and then not find a decent lawyer because you don't have the money to pay for one.
That's true. Not only that, but, I mean, I think that was a good decision.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I could not. Like, I'm a little bitch.
You're a bitch. And
I would cry every single day.
You know, she looks so like tiny, just mousy.
I would be like, hey there. How are you?
So meanwhile, Michelle sat in jail. Her dad and mom started to do like their own research as they were looking for a lawyer. Michael had copies of all the emails and all the Craigslist messages that supposedly Michelle sent to Angela. And he like downloaded or bought like a software that would tell him the IP addresses of where each of these emails came from.
And why the fuck does the police not do that?
An IP address, real quick, an IP address is a unique string of characters that identifies each computer, right? Mm-hmm. So the hope was that it would point them in the direction or kind of give them like an address of who was sending these emails. Michael, el papá, would get the IP addresses, y luego la mamá, Suzanne, would like organize them all in like a spreadsheet and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
they were doing their work.
Yeah, they were doing in their research, they were able to pinpoint some instances where Michelle could have not been the one to send these emails to Angela. One of them was, I think Michelle was in class, because remember, she was going to school for her MBA, and she was giving her like end of semester presentation at a time where Angela supposedly received an email. And it couldn't be Michelle.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to be giving end of semester presentation and talking shit at the same time? Like, no, como que no cuadra, right?
Right. But
Yeah.
okay, so then who the fuck is doing this?
And then there was another instance when Michelle actually had to be briefly hospitalized. Y otra vez andaban mandando correos a Angela. Pero how are you going to be in a hospital bed and talking more shit again at the same time? So it was just, they were like, and they were highlighting all of these, los papás and stuff. Her parents were on it, bitch. They were like,
yes. That would, I feel like that would be me.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
that would be me. Like, I would be like, no, this is not happening to my child. We're getting
to the bottom of this.
And then if it is them, then I would be like, okay, well, you did it, motherfucker. What you want me to do? But
can't do the
what did he say?
Don't do
the crime if you can't do the time.
Yeah.
That's what my son just told me a few days ago. Why? I don't know.
So in August, they hired Michael Giusti to defend Michelle, and they turned over all of their findings to him.
Okay.
And in the following weeks, Michael Giusti gathered everything together, the info that Michelle's parents had turned over to him and other findings that he thought would clear Michelle. And he was going to present that all to the DA's office. But before he had a chance to do that, Ian Diaz went to talk to the police.
Why?
On September 30th, Ian met with detectives and told them that he thought that Angela Diaz, his wife, was the one framing Michelle.
Stop it! Fucking usurpadora big time.
At some point, I don't know when in the story, I couldn't get like a clear understanding of where, pero...
my mouth is literally open right now.
Se le metió una mosca y se le salió.
La mosca.
Oh, no, mosquito.
Un mosquito, because we live in Houston, bitch. Wow.
At some point, Angela had a miscarriage from her pregnancy or whatever, which apparently was due. She said that it was due.
Wait, she never had the baby.
Hold on. No. At some point, Angela had a miscarriage, which apparently was due to the stress of everything that was going on with Michelle.
Okay.
But became pregnant again.
Okay.
Well, according to Ian, Angela did not have that first miscarriage because she had an abortion. Because she didn't know who the father of the baby was.
Oh, shit. So Angela.
Ian encouraged her to have an abortion, and she did.
Oh, well, I mean, at least they were both pieces of shit, you know?
Also, the current pregnancy, which apparently she was saying that she was pregnant with twins, was a lie. The sonogram pictures that she posted and showed Ian and their families were fake. She bought them off Etsy. And we're just talking about Etsy this morning.
Bitch.
And that somehow she must have like faked también el palito donde le haces pipí or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you can fake those shits.
Yeah. So after he found all of that out, he left her. Like, they broke up.
Because it was too much for him?
And apparently...
A piece of shit?
There can only be one piece of shit in a relationship.
There can't be two pieces of shit? Like, wow. Okay, I see you, yeah. ¿De dónde le salió la moral al hombre?
So I think this is why he was coming forth now, saying all of this shit. Now, investigators took all this information because, I mean, obviously, this is just Ian telling them, right? This is not proof of anything.
Okay, and mind you, I want a question. What the fuck? She's in jail. Michelle's still in jail by this.
She's in jail. So, like I said, investigators took all of this information and met with Michelle's lawyer, with Michael. And Michael struck a deal with the DA's office. He got them to release Michelle, but the charges were not going to be dropped because they were still going to continue the investigation.
Oh, because of what her parents found out and whatever Ian was saying. Yeah, okay.
So Michelle was released on October 7th after having spent 86 days in jail.
Bitch.
She had to wear an ankle monitor, but she was out finally.
Okay.
La pobre. In the following months, evidence came out that cleared Michelle of sending any type of email or responding to any type of Craigslist ad, directed at Angela. So they were like, okay, they could never link her IP address to those emails that Angela received.
Was this like a new, like IP addresses? Was this what
no,
time is the thing?
No, it was a thing.
I mean, I'm just saying maybe it was early and the cops were just not doing their job, or, I don't know. Okay.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. And Michelle does say later, because spoiler alert, but she files a lawsuit against the city. And that was kind of like one of the reasons they're like, you could have really digged in deep into this before you fucking arrested me.
You could have done a lot more before my parents had to do all this work by themselves.
Right.
Like, and probably like, bro, that's crazy. But you know what? Bad bitches of the story. The parents. Now, the police's or the investigators' focus shifted to Angela. In their investigation, the truth finally came to light.
After serving over 50 warrants and court orders to get information from internet providers, investigators were able to narrow down where the emails that were sent to Angela were coming from. Mm-hmm. Most of them were coming from the condo.
Wow.
Where Ian and Angela lived, but not from a computer, from Angela's cell phone.
Wow.
And others were traced back to Angela's dad's house or home in Arizona.
Girl.
So they dug into Angela's past, and they found out that she was a whole-ass con artist.
A whole-ass con artist.
A whole-ass.
Oh, can I say con artist today? Okay, got it.
Say it 5 times.
No, don't want to.
Okay. She would write a shit ton of bad checks. She faked having cervical cancer in a previous relationship.
Wow.
She faked being a fucking lawyer. And she faked doctor's notes to back up any story that she needed to.
Dude, I'd be so scared to do that shit.
I know.
I would be like, no, they're going to catch me. They're going to know. Like, I'd be so fucking scared. Like, how do people have the balls for that?
Yeah.
You have some balls to fucking lie like that. And then keep up a lie? Like, I can't. I don't know. My anxiety would be like, my heart's going to come out. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Like that.
So remember, Angela and Ian were separated at this time. Yeah. So Angela was in Arizona when she was arrested on January 6th of 2017, and she was extradited back to California. She was charged with multiple felony charges, kidnapping, false imprisonment, perjury, and forgery. And in October of that same year, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Now, I have a question. First of all, fuck Angela. Second of all, I have a question. So those emails, when did Angela start sending the emails? Because the ones from before...
No, the ones from before were legit.
Those were legit.
Yeah.
From her. Ones about saying about that God and earth and shit.
Yeah.
And then, and then whenever Angela... So those started whenever she started saying that Michelle was sending these to her, right? Okay. That's okay.
So I guess at some point... Ian le enseñó esos correos a Angela, and she kind of got the vibe of what she was talking about.
She got the dead dicks on there and shit, remember? Y los babies and shit?
On January 9th.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. That's some sick shit.
And at the same time that Angela, got sentenced and all that stuff, police stated that there was no evidence to believe that Ian was involved.
Oh, Ian, no. Okay. Oh, no, because narcissists aren't stupid. Yeah. They're not going to, they think that they're right and they know what they're doing.
Por eso la dejó?
Yeah, la dejó. No, they're not stupid. They think they're smart.
On January 9th, Michelle Hadley was publicly exonerated, finally, but the damage to her life had been done.
Bro, for real.
She had lost her job. She had to quit school. She spent time in jail, which she said that cost her like super emotional distress.
I wonder if she was making Dorito pizzas.
I don't know.
Because, and then eating noodles. I seen them on TikTok.
After a local paper published a story with the headline, and I quote, "Woman accused of stalking ex-boyfriend's pregnant wife allegedly responded to rape fantasy ads on Craigslist." And the story was passed around in the jail. Wow. And she started getting harassed. And she said that she even got a note with a death threat on it, in it, or whatever.
As long as they didn't hurt her. I mean, I would be like, thank you, guys.
Like I said earlier, like a moment ago, she filed a lawsuit against Ian and Angela in the city of Anaheim.
I have a question. I think I got confused. She never had a baby then? She never had a child with Ian?
No, she was...
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I thought she had a child. I guess because when you said she felt pregnant, and I guess I got confused. Yeah. Okay.
And Ian and Angela agreed to settlements, which aren't known. But the city of Anaheim in 2021, without admitting liability...
Of course they don't.
Agreed to pay Michelle $1,795,000.
Of them things.
Yeah. And in May of 2021, after federal investigators, reviewed Ian and all that stuff and the whole story, and what role Ian could have played in the whole debacle, he could have, a grand jury actually indicted him on charges of conspiracy to commit cyber stalking, and perjury. He pleaded not guilty and bonded out and is currently awaiting trial. And he was placed on unpaid administrative leave by the U.S. Marshal Service. Now, I know we're all thinking, like, why, right? It's believed that it was over the condo because Ian got denied for the loan. And that means that the condo would have had to been sold and split the earnings with Michelle.
Okay.
And Ian and Angela did not want to leave the condo, and a way to keep it and not pay Michelle would be if Michelle was behind bars.
Well, yeah, but first of all, you're not married to this man. It's not like you're
They
gonna
were married, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. Okay, so she wanted the money. Okay, but that's stupid. So you're gonna put this lady behind bars for how long?
You destroyed her life. And Michelle says that, this is gonna, if you look her up, that's the first thing that pops up. The whole, she's like, this is gonna follow me for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And then you imagine like her moving on from this. You can't move on.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. And Ian got the his marriage to Angela annulled.
As he should. But I feel really bad.
But I think he was involved, because why would Angela just take it upon herself to do this by herself all of a sudden? I personally think that he was involved.
Yeah, I think he probably... What does Angela say? That he was involved or no?
No.
She never made up... And I wouldn't be surprised if she probably just took the blame for him. If he was that psycho with her, with the other girl.
And I guess since she's a con artist, like, she likes this type of shit, like doing this type of, like, because you have no empathy for anybody or how you're fucking up people's lives here. I mean... this lady could have gone to prison for the rest of her life.
The rest of her life. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. People have too much free times on their hands.
They do.
Free time on their hands. Mm-hmm. And that's the case of Michelle Hadley.
Wow. This was a crazy one.
You really thought it was Michelle at first?
I did think it was Michelle. At first, I'm like, well, maybe, like, pobrecita, because the original emails that she sent, I think she was probably, that's where it kind of got me, where I was like, maybe. But I think this is the one of the only stories we've done that nobody died. Mm-hmm. Good job, sister.
You're welcome. Thank you. I mean,
you're welcome. Anytime. I'm in shock. Like, this is crazy how this happens. Like, every
and I'm sure this
day.
happens to people. It's crazy. Insane in the membrane.
Well, tell us what you think, guys. Did y'all think that it was Michelle?
Did I get you in the first half?
Did you get us in the first half? So thank you for everybody that's been supporting us.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, ma'am. Not only that, but we did notice a lot of the listeners are like numbers are getting higher. Yay. And so then we appreciate that.
We appreciate everybody.
If you don't mind following us, please on Instagram so that you can know when we post. You can download our podcast on Spotify, Apple,
and all the other platforms. There's a shit tons.
Anywhere, if you don't mind downloading our episode,
that'd be great.
And
you can follow us on Instagram at
Cafecito and Crime Pod,
or you can send us an email to
cafecitoandcrimepod@gmail.com. You know what? This week is the week before Christmas. Mm-hmm. So thank you for giving us the time of your day to listen to True Crime on Christmas week, but
it's a hectic one.
So hopefully you enjoyed it, and you let us know if there's anything that you would like to listen to next. Give us some request. We still have not done the request from that we've had pending, but that's because that's a really big case, and
it's ginormous.
Not only that, but when we do it, I think we're gonna have to do it like together. So not only that, but I've been going through a lot personally, so I'm trying to get myself together, guys, but it's been hard. I'm not the bad bitch of the story right now. But thank you so much for listening, and let us know how we are doing.
Yes.
Give us a rate. All right. Well, y'all guys have a wonderful, wonderful holidays.
We hope you enjoy your holidays.
Yes. Happy holidays, guys. Take care.
Bye.